welcome to the Pulsating Biology's another video for the chapter of Olevels Biology, that is nutrition in plants. When we are covering nutrition in plants, the first question that arises in our mind is that what is meant by the term nutrition? So nutrition basically is a process. It is a process of provision of nutrients to fulfill the needs of an organism. So it provides the nutrients that basically fulfills the need or needs of living organism. This is the cycle of nutrition, that the nutrients that are provided by the process of nutrition are basically utilized by the living organism. When you talk about nutrients are important for the all the physiological functions that are taking place in our body, and these physiological functions are very important when it comes to body functioning. And so, along with the physiological function, they are also required by many of the metabolic reactions. When you talk about the nutrition, you need to learn that there are several kinds of basic nutrients we need to survive, and I'm going to list all of them on this here. Number one is the carbs. So the carbs are very important for the body to function. That is the carbohydrate. Then we have fats. Then we have proteins. Then we have vitamins. Then we have fibers. On number 6, we have minerals, and at last we have very important nutrient, that is the water. Without the water, most of the physiological functions along with the metabolic function are unable to function. So these are all the basic nutrients that are required by the body. All of them are playing role in providing energy. The main function of all of these nutrients is to provide energy to the body in order to function on its utmost well-being. This is how you need to learn about the nutrition process and the basic kinds of the nutrients. We're going to talk about each nutrient in detail, but we're going to start with the carbohydrate. When you talk about carbohydrate, the first thing you need to learn is that you need to break down the term into two components, that is the carbo and the hydrate, which means in turn as the hydrated carbons. Whenever there is a term used for the carbohydrate, it's the hydrated carbons. The hydrated carbons are the basic source of energy for all the physiological and the metabolic functions of the body. So it is the basic source of energy, and it is required by the body in a very large quantity. When we talk about some examples of carbohydrate, it includes starch, it includes cellulose, and it also includes some sugar molecules, which we are going to learn, as carbohydrate can be divided into three further component, that is the monohydrate, dihydrate, and the polysaccharide. These are all the kinds of the carbohydrate that we can find in the normal beings. Also, we're going to learn that what are the basic functions of the carbohydrate. So when you talk about the functions of carbohydrate at the first most level, they are the source of energy. They provide a lot of energy as per the nutrient requirement of the body. So they are basically at first are the source of energy, and then they provide support to the cell wall. They also play a very important role in providing the support to cell wall. They also, along with providing the support, they form the junctions between the two cells as a part of the cell membrane. They also form the junction and support the cell wall, and also they support the cell itself. They also plays role in the formation of the nucleic acid. Nucleic acid plays a very important role in our body and has most of the hydratary information. So it is important for the formation of the nucleic acid. Then it is also present in many of the secretions of the body. The secretions made by the body, for example, the mucus plays a very important role and also contains the carbohydrates. So what in turn we get to learn by the term carbohydrate is that carbohydrate are the hydrated carbon, which are the basic source of the energy. Alright, let's talk about the formula of the carbohydrate, which is CnH2O. And this is the formula of the carbohydrate, from which you can calculate the amount of hydrated carbon that is present in any compound. Along with the functions, you need to learn the formula of the carbohydrate and also how the classification of carbohydrate takes place, that we are going to learn in the next slide. The next topic we have is the classification of carbohydrate. And when you talk about the classification of carbohydrate, it is simply divided into mono, that is the simple sugar, the di, that is the two molecules of the sugar, and the for you. And how they are divided, there are the simple sugars that are known as the monosaccharide. Monosaccharide are terms are the simple sugar which cannot be further classified. First, we're going to talk about the monosaccharide. So, the general formula for the monosaccharide that are also termed as the simple sugar is C6H12O6. This is the normal formula or the general formula we say for the simple sugars. It can be found or in a ring-like structure or a straight structure. The structure for the carbohydrate do matter. They either are formed in a chain structure or a straight chain structure. The examples that are included in the monosaccharide are glucose, fructose, and the galactose. On the basis of these three, we are going to further learn at how the classification of monosaccharide works. So, that is the glucose, fructose, and the galactose. The glucose is included in the animal body, whereas the fructose is included in the plant body, and galactose is a sugar that is in the stored form.